Hi, James and Oliver. My name is Mattie. I just want to start off by saying I'm a huge, huge fan of your podcast and a huge Harry Potter fan. So the fact that I get to send you this for your podcast is really, really insane. But I just have a question for you. I was wondering if you were superstitious or not, or do you get deja vu at all? Because I know that ever since I was little, I have always been very, very superstitious. And it all started one day I was at my grandma's house, and my dad was helping my grandma do work on her roof, and he had a ladder, and I walked under it, and the next thing you know, 2 seconds later, I trip and fall, scrape my knee, and I fall in a muddy puddle. And that was right after I walked under the ladder. And walking under a ladder is one of the biggest superstitious things around. So that kind of made me be like, oh, let me avoid going under ladders. And my whole life, I've kind of been cautious. I've never broken a mirror. I've always tried not to. So that's my question, if you ever get superstitious or not. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Mattie. That was a really good story. And before we get on to the rest of your points, I'm so happy to hear that when you started off by saying your dad was on a roof at your grandma's house and you walked under the ladder, I was so worried that you were going to say that he fell off it because you walked under it, or you knocked the ladder off and he couldn't get off. Not that it makes your trip and fall into some mud any better, though. In terms of superstition, I kind of grew out of it, I think. I used to be, certainly when I was younger, but I think I got that more from my mum. And my mum was always someone who was like, don't cut your toenails on a Tuesday or a Friday.
Tuesdays, Fridays, Sundays.
Don't open an umbrella inside, which I suppose is just common sense. Walking under a ladder. And then there were other extremes as well, which went on to, not from my mum, but other people I know who. So in England, some of the, like the phone line manhole covers on the pavement are in threes. And I know people to this day who will walk around if they see three covers on the pavement.
I don't know whether it's superstition or just habit, but whenever I get on an aeroplane, I always look at the pamphlet with like the safety thing on. I'm not even paying attention to what's in the pamphlet at this point because it's all pretty much the same thing. Although they do vary from aircraft to aircraft. But that's just my thing when I get on a plane is that's what I do. And we've been traveling a lot recently, so I remembered that's kind of the thing that I just do. I don't know if it's a superstition or not. But I know people that... So a guy I used to go to the football with, he would have to walk the same way every day. Every game. And there was a road sign which he would have to tap 3 times. Like it kind of put me on edge by the end of it. I was like, mate, we're not winning anyway. Like, just try something different.
I was going to say...
So I think you find a lot of people doing things like that, or if there's a cup final or your team makes it to the finals or whatever, they'll wear their lucky shirt or something like that.
Yeah, I suppose there's some people who do get maybe subconsciously superstitious in certain times like that, or they can't do a certain thing, or like in soccer, for example, if there's a penalty shootout, got to stay in the exact same position if whatever happened before that, or something like that, I suppose, can happen. But yeah, I don't know. I know people who are very old and wise who are still superstitious about things. But all I would say, Mattie, whatever works for you, matey. Slam dunk, are you ready to make me?